Good morning. It has been our tradition to invite one of our outstanding and distinguished alumni to be the keynote speaker for Honors Convocation, and this year is no exception. Mr. Howard Hyman is the 2012 California State University East Bay Distinguished Alumnus of the Year. He has distinguished himself as a civic and business leader, and his professional and civic life is an exemplary model of citizenship, professional achievement, and personal excellence. As an engaged community leader and advocate for education, Mr. Hyman is active in support of the university's regional stewardship goal in providing access to high-quality public education for the citizens of the East Bay. As an accomplished alumnus, Mr. Hyman earned his Bachelor of Sciences in Psychology with a minor in Business Administration in 1979. He is a graduate of University of Delaware's Stonier Graduate School of Banking and Vanderbilt University's Bank of Operations and Technology School. Presently, he is the Executive Vice President of Fremont Bank. A general supporter of the university, Mr. Hyman has actively served on the California State East Bay Educational Foundation Board of Trustees since 2007. He also serves as director of the Fremont Bank Foundation and sits on the board of the Stanford Cancer Council. Previously, he served on the board of directors of the Fremont Symphony Orchestra and the Valley Montessori School. Mr. Hyman is a strong supporter of education, and particularly public higher education in the East Bay. For example, Fremont Bank has been the lead sponsor and partner of Cal State East Bay's annual Education Summit for African American and Latino youth, which is a university outreach program to promote pathways to college. Finally, in a recent interview for the Cal State East Bay Alumni magazine, Mr. Hyman credited his preparation in psychology and business with helping him understand the human motivation behind successful businesses. In 2012, for the second year in a row, Fremont Bank was named one of Bay Area's best places to work and as a top community bank in employee satisfaction, a strong endorsement of his outstanding leadership. Please join in welcoming Mr. Howard Hyman to the podium.
I've only been given about 10 minutes to speak this morning, but I'm sure I'll be a little bit shorter than that, and 10 minutes is usually about all I get to speak at home, so I'm kind of used to it. But, I'd like to really extend a great thanks to all those who made it possible for me to speak to you today as this year's distinguished alumnus. And I'd also like to acknowledge and thank my guests who showed up today to be of support to me. I'm truly humbled to have been given this honor. As much as I've tried to understand it, there's a little voice inside of me which keeps saying, I'm not worthy of being here. Now, I've come to realize that that little voice exists in all of us, and it's not unique. And so over the years, I've managed to develop a skill to deal with that and how to be able to move forward in the face of my apprehensions. I call it the difference between being a shark or a jellyfish. When I think of a shark, I think of a strong creature that's determined and focused. It dominates the kingdom in which it lives. When it swims near the reef, it changes the behavior of those around it. The shark is powerful and respected. They have a keen sense of radar. They are aware of their environment and they know what they want. They circle their prey before they strike with powerful force. There is a certain stealth-like quality to them. You're never quite sure what their next move will be, but you know that it won't be happenstance. When I think of a jellyfish, I think of a rather fluid creature with some meager form of propulsion to get through the ocean and through life. Its success in life is perhaps not being washed ashore by the tide, left on the sand to dry up and die. It feeds upon the innocent passerby who happens to enter its tentacles, and it destroys its prey with deadly venom. The jellyfish lives upon the superficial layers of the ocean. It's beautiful and intriguing to watch, but it really doesn't have much impact on the ocean. In case you haven't figured out by now, these are metaphors for the way we think. Our prey in life is our targets, our dreams, and our goals, and our setting out to accomplish them. The ocean is the world in which we live. We can approach our future as either a shark or a jellyfish. The choice is ours. I'm amazed at how often our actions are inconsistent with what we say, whether it is a job or relationship or acquiring a position of power in which to make a difference in the world. One only has to look at social media to see the number of posts, people saying that they wish they had this or that, or that they think the world should be different than the way it is. But simply talking about something rarely makes a difference in the world. Our ability to create change lies in rolling up our sleeves and engaging in meaningful actions. In my own life when I was younger, I wanted to be in a long-term relationship. I had a wonderfully well-thought-out strategy of sitting at home on Saturday nights in my apartment with a bowl of popcorn watching The Love Boat. By today's standards, I would have been chatting online with someone, and lo and behold, they would have been across the country, and they'd have been my perfect mate if only they'd lived closer. Does this sound familiar to any single people out there? I guess you could say perhaps instead of Love Boat, I should have been watching Fantasy Island. I was adrift in the sea of life, waiting for that person to magically appear in my life. Eventually, I stepped out of the comfort zone of my apartment and found someone who has been my companion and confidant for 22 years. Whether you are a shark or a jellyfish lies in your willingness to take personal responsibility for your circumstances. We forget that we are no longer children, and no one can change our lives but ourselves. The magnificence of being human is that we get to choose in any moment whether we want to be a shark or a jellyfish. When we become resigned that the world is a tide that will move us, we become very jellyfish-like and we lose our effectiveness. Eventually, this leads to a toxic existence of disempowerment, which succeeds by harming others with gossip, jealousy, and blame. We are passive, waiting for someone to listen to us complain instead of taking action. When you choose to be a shark, the world moves at a very quick pace. Your dreams start to become a reality. There will be risks, but those risks will be taken with pride and passion. You will become an unstoppable force, causing others to take notice. You will become an inspiration. In the world of human beings, these are the visionary qualities of leaders. They are focused, disciplined, resourceful, goal-oriented, and like the shark, they don't stop moving. Holding a second, I need a Marco Rubio moment. Thank you. When I decided 15 years ago to transform the culture of our company into an environment of unprecedented customer service and teamwork, I received lots of pushback. I got questions like, why? How are we going to measure it? What difference is it going to make? People always have a certain vested interest in keeping things the way that they are. Change is scary. It threatens power and position. My best coach in life said to me, if you want people to listen to you, start producing results. And so I did. Today, I'm proud to say that our company is a leader in the financial services world in customer loyalty. By the vote of our staff, we have won several awards for being one of the best places to work in the Bay Area. The power of the shark is being willing to boldly move forward when there is a little voice saying, but I'm just a jellyfish. This is a stinging and venomous way of thinking, which you can overcome. You will be what you believe, and you will become what you passionately pursue. Futurist Alvin Toffler once said, the illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read or write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. I would like to paraphrase that by saying, the leaders of tomorrow are not those who have acquired depth in knowledge and experience, but who have learned to let go of what they already know to discover and create a future of adventure for themselves and others. I had the opportunity last year to participate in a fire walk over 1,500-degree hot coals. I had to cleanse my mind of everything that I knew about those dangers in order to achieve success and the unimaginable in my mind. I had to move with the quickness of a shark, for surely had I moved like a jellyfish, my feet would have been burned. I recently read a quote attributed to Margaret Shepard, which goes, sometimes your only available transportation in life is a leap of faith. What can I say to encourage you to take that leap? In the words of Christopher Robin, given to Winnie the Pooh, promise me you'll always remember you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. There will be moments when you will need to be a jellyfish. Sometimes it's good to step aside and let others find their inner shark while we log some jellyfish time to ourselves. The point is, we have a choice. Again, my sincerest thank you for giving me the privilege to speak to this incredibly talented and gifted group. I am humbled by the future you represent, the places you will go, and the things you will create. I wish you happiness and success through the rest of your lives. And again, thank you for giving me a moment to address this very impressive group. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hyman, for those very important words. I know our students have really struggled to get here already, and this is that one stepping stone and that milestone, but I think hopefully you can heed his words and continue on in your endeavors and have confidence to step forward and to fulfill all your dreams.